ADN Noticias Radio. Aquí te hablamos con la verdad.
Hola, muy buenas tardes, bienvenidos a sus Caprichos. Yo soy Brenda Jaet y hoy la entrevista va a ser en inglés, como ustedes ya han estado acostumbrados últimamente. Y la razón es porque hoy está con nosotros la directora global de Fashion Group International. Ella viene directamente desde Nueva York. Ella es Maryanne Grisz. I'm going to say it now in English. Today we are honored to welcome a truly inspiring woman. She is the Global Director of Fashion Group International, one of the most respected organizations in the world for fashion, beauty, and design. And now you're in Mexico City. So welcome, Maryanne.
Thank you. I am delighted to be here.
We are delighted to have you. So you've traveled around the world representing FGI. What brings you to Mexico this time, and what are your impressions of our fashion scene?
Well, I'm here because Fashion Group Mexico City is producing one of the iconic events for Fashion Group, which is called the Night of Stars, celebrating beautiful culture, talent, creativity, and artistry in the community here in the country. So we have had this event in New York, and we are so pleased that Mexico City is producing it. And this is my second time here. And it's such a celebratory night while raising money to help educate and really support the fashion community. And to answer your question, I love the creative community in Mexico City. I have had the pleasure of visiting showrooms of designers across the board, footwear, handbags, apparel, and I am so impressed with the creativity.
And right now you're wearing some of the Mexican designers. Can you tell us a little bit of who you're wearing?
Well, as you know, the names, these are our Fashion Group members, and the jewelry.
The jewelry is de Aline Bortolotti, que ya la hemos tenido aquí.
Yes,
And the
and
scarf.
the beautiful scarf.
De Pineda Cobalín, que ya vemos como su insignia de mariposas, que ya lo conocemos, and you wear it proudly.
I wear it proudly. And I've had the pleasure of visiting the store recently,
Yes.
which has a huge anniversary, and I was so pleased to see the brand expansion to jewelry and accessories. So it's really quite impressive.
And how would you describe Fashion Group International's mission today on a global level?
Well, Fashion Group International was founded in New York in 1930 with 17 iconic women. And they were across all of the industries at a time when men were leading all of the industries. So the original mission, which stands today, is to create a global community to provide resources. And what is unique about Fashion Group is that it is across all industries. So it allows and promotes collaboration, with beauty and apparel, and we have publishers from, iconic fashion publications. So as a global mission, Fashion Group is global. We have regions around the world. And for myself, I am from New York and Philadelphia, and I started as an entrepreneur. So Fashion Group was my global community and my global network as I grew through the industry. So when I would visit a city as a fellow Fashion Group member, I would call and I would be welcomed. So it is a very friendly and connective global community.
Why would you say it's important for somebody to be a member of Fashion Group in whichever city you are in?
There is a protocol for membership, which is that you must be a member in the community professionally for 3 to 4 years. So you must be an active professional.
In whichever
area that you are an expert. Could be in fashion, it could be publishing, it could be press. Journalism, exactly. It could be in textiles because it's across the apparel supply chain, which is textiles, manufacturing, retail.
Whatever it has to do with,
exactly.
with fashion. Okay, so once you're in that, what else?
And
you have to be approved.
You must be approved by the New York headquarters.
Okay.
And then attend the events, and you have the opportunity after a year to be on the board of directors.
But why would somebody aspire to be a member? What does it give to you?
It gives you a global community of
Okay.
professionals. So it allows you to expand your business, expand your network, expand business opportunities, and to learn. We really provide education and resources and tools.
And it does really work, because I have seen designers like Lydia Lavin,
Yes.
Montserrat Meseguer, which they have done these collaborations in Dallas
Yes.
with these women, where they have made these big sales over there.
Yes.
And also collaborations every place else. No?
Yes. Yes. Well, as a matter of fact, both have been regional directors of Fashion Group, mother and daughter, which is quite special, quite special. And Montserrat was a rising star in New York.
Yeah.
With her brand. Yes, with her footwear brand. So we try and love to embrace at headquarters and to support global talent. And certainly me visiting Mexico City, I am much more exposed and introduced to new talent.
Emerging talent. I think that is so important, because it supports it. Sometimes people have a lot of talent. They have an idea, they have a new brand, and they don't know how to start, how to grow, how to connect. So I think this would be like a very important first step.
Absolutely.
Of mentorship also.
Absolutely. Creativity is a very special art. And I always say that any type of creativity, whether it's fashion, art, music, even in the beauty industry, creating formulas, parts of business are very creative. However, once you move into the industry, you need tools. You need to understand how to explore the retail landscape, which is changing.
And also, if you want to sell internationally, it's a different game.
So the mentorship is very important, because it's a different side of the brain, really. The business side. And it's also learning how to navigate the business side, even pricing a garment. How do you source?
Price it? Exactly.
You have to source the material. And then there's all kinds of expenses attached with transportation. And how do you really create a measurement of how many yards that you need? And how do you price it at wholesale? How do you price it at retail? And how do you really build in the costs? Not only that, but also the piece of sustainability. Many designers are very interested in exploring sustainability, and that's a whole other piece of education on how to do that.
Also, in a global world, I think you have to make these connections. Like also a very big market in Latin America is Colombia.
Yes.
Which I had the pleasure of meeting the Colombia, how do you say it? The Colombia chapter?
Regional director. Yes, we have a region there as well.
And they make beautiful things, and the connections that comes between us is very good, because it nurtures whatever you do in whichever area you're at. So you were telling me about this new emerging talents, this new things that you're doing for students.
Yes.
What are they?
Well, Fashion Group has always had a student membership in each of our regions, but we are also talking to schools to see if we can create Fashion Group clubs, because
that is great.
And they would work under the umbrella of the region, so that they could be mentored and they could come to the events, and then they could also be introduced into the community as they grow and as they establish their industry.
That is a great idea.
Yes.
And it should be implemented every place.
Yes. It started in New York because we were looking to create a scholarship with a retailer. And we said, that would be nice to do something for a junior or senior in one of our schools in America. And as it turns out, we have 27 schools in America that are under the umbrella of regions. So we just found that it might be a really great way for schools to have clubs, Fashion Group clubs, and then also to really be under the protocol of the regions. So I think it would be great.
I think that is a great idea. Now, so sustainability,
yes,
inclusion, and innovation are redefining the fashion landscape.
yes.
How is FGI helping to guide the industry toward a more responsible future?
Well, Fashion Group headquarters has had a cultural inclusion mission. And at the same time, Fashion Group is global and has been since as the regions develop. We have regions that started in 1940. So intrinsically, we have built in an inclusion to Fashion Group because we always have embraced all of the countries and all of the messages and talent from all of our
So
regions
you're
globally.
inclusive since you started.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And about sustainability, do you really make an effort to give the message to everybody that you have to be sustainable?
Yes. Sustainability is a conversation we've had for many years.
Mhm.
Designers are looking to try to find a way to create sustainability within their brands. So it's our mission to educate with resources and to really do protocols. So we are actually from headquarters creating a mission for sustainability so that we can even educate more.
Now, Mexican fashion has a lot of heritage, has a lot of artistry in it. What is your take on all this creativity, colors? What do you think of Mexican fashion right now, and how do you see it playing in the future?
Well, I am very inspired and impressed by the creativity I see here in Mexico City. I've met different retailers. I've just had a tour today and showrooms, and I think the future is bright because, and the color is bright.
Everything is bright.
Everything
yes.
is bright. It is really, it's a very strong and bold statement as far as the cultural design, and everything is incorporated into the apparel and the quality and craftsmanship. In some of the tours, I visited Dante, which is beautiful footwear
Boots,
and
yeah.
accessories. And he was telling me, he's a Fashion Group member.
Yes.
We'll see him at the Night of
We'll see him
Stars
tonight.
But he was telling me about really his production, and, the quality and the craftsmanship and artisanship of the making. And that is what is very special and unique here in Mexico.
I think that I've been in fashion, in Mexico's fashion for 20 years. And I think the big change that I've seen in the last years is quality. Like before, we've always had a lot of creativity and a lot of craftsmanship, but the finishes,
Yes.
that is where you see the quality, and that is where it has improved. I don't know if you have been able to see it.
Well, certainly it's beautiful now.
Mhm.
As far as the history, this is my second time, although I've certainly been aware of Mexican fashion
Yes.
and creativity. But when I see everything up close, it's really quite beautiful.
What would be some of what would you tell to these new designers or to designers that have been around for many years, that they feel like stuck, they feel that they could still give more, they could grow bigger? What would be the advice you would give to them?
Well, I think that's twofold. And
Mhm.
one is the creativity, and the one is the business side,
Okay,
which is
yeah.
always
It's always
it's
either
always
they're
two
very
sides.
creative or
Yes.
they're not good in business. Yes.
So, as far as designers who are veteran designers, it's always about reinventing. The creativity comes from within. So I can't speak to that, but I can say that, as a creative, certainly a designer finds new inspiration from everywhere, from the world, from color, from, the sidewalk. So that I think can always be reinvented. From the business side, it's really just having an awareness of what is happening in the world and the industry. I mean, right now, the retail landscape is changing and the manufacturing landscape is changing. So for brands new ones as well. It's really about learning education about how to navigate and the market. And that's where Fashion Group comes in, because there's mentorship and also education to learn the tools as it constantly evolves.
Exactly. I think that's something that we've talked about here with many designers, and that maybe you're not good in business. Maybe what you are good in is only in the design, no, in the design aspect. So maybe teams is
Yes.
what works. So maybe you need a good team around that.
Yes. What you don't know or what you're not strong in, it is always advisable to bring someone in some way, consultant, partner, to help navigate, because in a design, fashion, beauty, any type of industry, there is a creative industry, there's creativity, and also the business side. So that's how it works best, is to have a partnership of some type.
Maryanne, it's been a pleasure to have you here.
I'm so thrilled to be
I
here.
could talk to you for hours.
Yes.
But next time you come here to Mexico, you have to come again.
I will. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you. And I'll see you tonight.
Yes.
I'm going to post what you're going to wear.
Oh,
Who are you wearing tonight?
Paula's brand.
Paola Bernarda,
Yes.
which we've also had here. I'm wearing Bernarda as well.
Oh, very nice.
So we have to take a picture tonight.
Yes, absolutely.
So where can everybody find you?
You mean on Instagram?
On Instagram, or I don't know if you have an email address that you want to share, or if people want to find out more about FGI.
The Fashion Group headquarters is at FGI NYC, and mine is Grisz, MGRISZ, and you can DM me.
Perfect. She answers.
Yes.
Believe me, she answers. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Brenda.
Y gracias a ustedes.